on this. We're joined live by Steven Sahiounie, journalist and political commentator specialising in American interests in the Middle East. Many thanks for joining us on the programme this evening. I'd like to ask you just how significant is the US-backed agreement between Syria and Israel reached in Paris this week, and what could it realistically mean for relations between the two countries?
The US is trying to get several countries in a peace deal with Israel. One of them is Syria, also Lebanon. Today, there is a new Middle East. What Condoleezza Rice said 25 years ago about the new Middle East, today we are seeing the new Middle East. You are watching the new Middle East. And the 0 hour of this new Middle East was October 7. Today, there was two sides of this war. It was from one side, it was Israel. The other side, it was Iran, Hezbollah, Syria, and Hamas. Today, Hamas is completely destroyed. Gaza is destroyed, not only Hamas. Gaza is completely destroyed with 60,000 innocent people killed. Lebanon, we are seeing what happened to Hezbollah, and they pulled out to the north of the Litani River. The Assad regime, and the Lebanese Hezbollah has lost their first row, second row, and third row of their political and their military leaders. So they are not in the same power that they used to be. Number three, the Assad regime collapsed. And we've seen what happened to Iran in the 12-day war, and how from the inside there was the Mossad all over and all the Iranian leader. So when there's two sides and there's a war and one side wins, unfortunately, the winner is going to put his condition. And that is what's happening today. Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel won the war against Iran, and so-called acts of resistance, they don't exist anymore. And today, Benjamin Netanyahu is getting what he wants. He's getting the south of Syria. America's helping him to make a deal with Syria, and he's going to get a deal with Lebanon in the near future. And as President Trump said, more countries going to come to the Abraham Accord with Israel.
So from Washington's perspective, what's the primary objective of this agreement? Is it regional stability, economic leverage, or just influence over Syria's new leadership?
It's everything, actually. It's today Israel has control over the United States, and Israel have control over the whole Middle East. Today there is, not in the Middle East today, in the whole region, no one is still stand in front of Israel and the United States. They are doing what they want. They are achieving what they want. In Syria, in Lebanon, in Somalia, we are seeing all over. So today, as I said, when there's two sides, and one side wins, the winner, he's the one who puts the rules. And this is what the situation today in the Middle East is happening. So yes, Syria, the Israelis are going to have a deal with Syria, military deal, a security, intelligence deal, and a business. And yesterday, according to both sides, they had in the meeting in Paris, they negotiated not only military and security issues, but also in other aspects between the two countries.
And while this deal is being sealed, northern Aleppo is seeing a renewed surge in violence between anti-government forces and those loyal to Syria's new leader. How do you interpret the timing of this agreement amid this escalating unrest we're seeing?
It's actually a regional war in Syria, and it's between countries. It's not about. It's bigger than the Kurdish and the government in Damascus. It's much bigger than that. I see it's a regional war. It looks like it's a war between Turkey and Israel, actually, because the Kurdish are supported always have been supported by the Israelis, and the Syrian government is supported by Turkey. So it's a Turkish-Israeli war on the land of Syria. And unfortunately, the innocent people, they're the one who are paying. And but for one, to be clear, this is not the first time the Kurdish always have been, sorry to say this, but the Kurdish always have been a problem in Aleppo, and especially in those two neighborhoods. For the last 14 years, they have these two neighborhoods. They used to fight against the Assad regime. Now they're fighting against this new regime. And the Kurdish, they want federalism, but the people, the government in Damascus and the government, the Syrian government, does not want federalism. They're against it. They want a united country. The United States announced it. Russia announced it, the UN announced it, Turkey, the Saudi Arabia, everyone announced it, but the Kurdish, they want federalism. But the superpowers and the Syrian government and the majority of the Syrian people, they don't want a federalism in Syria. But also, as I said before, the Kurdish, this is not the first time they've got in a clash with the Syrian government. If it was the government right now or the previous regime, for the last 15 years, they've been clashing, they've been fighting, and they've been taking all of Aleppo hostage over their and taking about 6 million people into their own political interests.
I'm curious about the intentions of Israel as well. I mean, strategically speaking, what do you think Israel wants to get out of this agreement?
Israel wants to. Israel wants of course, they will support federalism. They supported it in the south of Syria with the Druze, and they will love to have a Kurdish federalism so they can show the world, see, look, everyone around me has a federalism. The Kurdish, they have their own country. The Druze, they have their own country. The Sunnis and the Alawites, I should have the Jewish state. And that is what they are trying to do, and that's what their plan been for decades. Not something new. It's to split up the country, split up the whole region, not only the country.
Yeah, I mean, Israel has carried out a new incursion in southern Syria just earlier this week. I mean, how does that even square with the spirit of this agreement? And then what does it suggest about Israel's intentions? Are they being seen for what they are?
Yes, the interest of Israel today is 10 kilometers away from the capital, Damascus. They are in Quneitra, they are in Daraa, and they are in the most important point, and that is Jabal al-Sheikh. That mountain, Jabal al-Sheikh, it shows all of Syria, massive amounts of Syria, Lebanon, and Israel. So that's a strategic area, and I don't see in any peace deal is the Israelis pulling out of that area. So in this deal, their conditions in this deal, as I see, they will be refusing to pull out of the south of Syria. They will not pull out. They will stay, or at least they will stay in strategic points under the thing saying protecting their national security.
Many thanks for joining us today. Steven Sahiounie, journalist and political commentator specialising in American interests in the Middle East. Many thanks for your time.
Welcome. Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you with us here on RT. That's all from me for today.